Welcome back to the Whisky Couch, where whiskey and food come together in delicious harmony. Your hosts today, South Africa's whiskey couple, GUSTAV and
ELNA, and you are watching Whisky Tasting and Food Pairing Review number 269.
Today, none other than Naked Grouse. Naked Grouse. What an interesting name. And there's a tag here somewhere that says, "We believe in letting the real you, the naked you, shine through." This is the same for our whiskey, so let's have a rousing cheer for Naked Grouse. Matured in first fill sherry casks for smooth and sweet notes that mix perfectly with cherry. That match notes that mix perfectly with cherry. What an interesting dram for today for our review and food pairing. Now this is a blended malt, so you're looking at single malts from different distilleries, but the Glenturret distillery has long been the sort of spiritual home for the Famous Grouse brand. Glenturret distillery, established in 1775, situated in the southern Highlands of Scotland and owned by the Edrington group. But the Famous Grouse brand was first established in 1800. So very interesting sort of history. If I'm not mistaken, some Macallan and Highland Park whiskies in here.
Also interesting that it's the best-selling Scotch in Scotland.
Yes, so if Famous Grouse brand is the best-selling Scotch in Scotland, there must be something to it.
Yes.
And this is now one of their later additions to their core range. No age statement, like I said, and there is some first fill Oloroso sherry butts involved in the maturation.
And it's got an ABV, of 43%.
Yes, I was just wondering that. 43%. Yes, at the top there on the necktie, you can see 43%, and that is where the label sits. Apart from that, it's only the Famous Grouse bird embossed here.
I love that.
On the glass.
That
It's
makes
quite
it
a nice,
something different. Yeah.
You can feel it if you rub your hands over it. So, probably colouring added, but nevertheless, the colour, what would you say?
I would say it's dark amber. I love the colour.
It's quite darker than usual.
But it's a beautiful colour. I would say dark amber.
There we go. You can have a look there. Look at the golden tint there and the legs forming 43%. I don't know if that is only for the South African bottle because it's also a 750ml. But here we go. Slanger, best-selling Scotch in Scotland. Ooh, dark.
Oh, rich.
Beautiful.
I would say rich,
mouth-watering.
Rich dark sherry.
This is impressive. Raisin, dark chocolate. Dark
Even
honey,
cacao,
cherry jam, oak wood. What an impressive nose.
I love the nose.
I will just sit here and nose this forever. Lovely. What about the taste profile? What elements, flavor elements will we discover on the taste profile? Here we go.
First, I get the dark honey. Sweet, but not overwhelming sweet, dark honey.
And the raisins on the nose, beautiful also on the palate.
Also dark chocolate.
And you know what's interesting? If you do the drop in the palm test, you are left with an aroma of raisin bread, freshly baked raisin bread, which is quite typical for a sherry cask matured malt. Sweet, rich, dark sherry.
Oh, it's I like the sweetness, but not overwhelming sweet. It's more a darker sweet, like dark chocolate.
It's beautifully balanced. The sweetness and then the baking spices, the dried fruits, sweet dried fruits, and then the baking spices balanced. Maltiness coming through. The sherry, rich. And I'm quite impressed with this. Taking in account the price. 400 rand, translating to £20.
Definitely not that expensive.
You can pick up that it's a young one. It's a no age statement, so you're not looking at 12 or 15 years of maturation and settling. There's still a vibrancy, which in this case I quite enjoy. Doing the empty glass test, after a few hours, once you've finished your dram, you are left with quite a number of aromas in the glass, which include malted barley, ale house, cherry cider. So quite a complex blended malt. Did you mention the finish?
No, I wanted to say the finish is medium, but I also get a little bit of pepper at the end. Not overwhelming, but a little bit of pepper, but it's a medium finish.
Pepper on the sides here, medium long finish. And the chocolate and oak in the finish, playing around in the finish. A few drops added to this 43%. If the European version is only 40%, it'll actually be interesting to compare the two and to see, does the 3% extra
really
ABV
make a difference?
So we've added a few drops of water. You can see the effect there, oiliness all over as the water is added, separates as an effect on the oiliness.
On the nose I get coffee beans.
You know what the nose reminds me of? Like sherry soaked cask. If you smell the inside of an oak cask that had sherry and the wood that's soaked with the sherry, that's the nose that I'm getting now.
Well, now that you mention it, yes, but I really get coffee beans,
Yes,
freshly ground coffee beans.
And the taste after a few drops. A wee bit softer.
Yes.
But the sweet darkness is still there, the sweet dark fruits.
Yes, the fruitiness is more prominent for me now.
And the finish is now milder. The spicy edge to the finish is now milder after a few drops of water. Interesting food pairing. Because there's raisins all over the show, we were thinking chocolate covered raisins. There we go. Chocolate covered raisins, milk chocolate covered raisins. So let's see. There's also chocolate in there. We picked up chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
I think coffee will be a good flavor companion with a whiskey like this, or a coffee chocolate even. But here we go. Chocolate covered raisin. Sweet, lovely sweet raisin. Good quality chocolate is important.
It opens up the fruitiness. Although with a dark chocolate, as if it's more prominent.
Almost like dried fruit with chocolate sauce.
Yes.
That's what...
It's good.
So the food pairing adds another dimension to the taste experience that is quite pleasant.
Yes.
And when that happens, we say successful food pairing.
Yes.
I said that it is good quality chocolate. If you do use chocolate covered raisins and it's not a good quality chocolate, it'll be too sweet and too sugary, and the sugar will react with the alcohol, and it will cause a burn on your palate. So one needs to find a good quality chocolate for your chocolate covered raisins. Interesting. Naked Grouse. Thanks for joining us on this taste experience and experimentation that we so much enjoy. And we hope to see you in the next video, which is going to be one of your favorite brands. May I say what the next video is going to be all about? Redbreast, Irish, triple distilled. And we're going to look at the Redbreast Lustau in the next video. Until then, sláinte.